Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Results Mastery live stream and podcast. It's great to be here. I'm really privileged and looking forward to a conversation that I've got today with Anthony Hewitt. Anthony's got, dread to think how many years, it must be 20 odd years experience in CRM and digital marketing. Welcome to the conversation, Anthony, and great to have you here.
Hi, everybody.
Fantastic. So a big thank you for being here. We really do appreciate it. I know, there's no cost to be here, but the biggest cost often in life is the cost of time. I appreciate how busy people are, and we're going to make sure that we really add value. And we got something really important to show you today, as well as talk about. We're going to talk about something called GoHighLevel. Just in the interests of openness, we are resellers of it. We brand it ourselves as the Results Mastery podcast. Not podcast, the Results Mastery Hub even. And we, just open about it. It's not our software. It's something that we use internally, and we've done so for probably, I don't know, it could be 18 months now. We think it's fantastic. Anthony, as I mentioned, has got years and years and years of experience of using all sorts of different CRM systems. I've used probably more than most, let's put it that way. And my belief, and we were talking to Anthony about this the other day, that pretty much most CRM systems are pretty good. They're all, give or take a little bit, they're all quite good. If you want what I'd call a normal CRM system doing normal things, then you can't really go wrong. You can't really find a bad one. However, there is, we believe, one that sticks out far and away the best, and that is GoHighLevel, which is why we use it, why we endorse it, why we sell it, and why we're recommending that you take a good look at it today. I believe, and I think, I know Anthony thinks the same, that it is the world's best. I've never found anything as good as what we're about to show you. So what we're going to do today, just to clarify what we're doing, this overall live stream thing, we're streaming live on YouTube. So you may be watching us on YouTube. You may be watching live on LinkedIn or Facebook, or you could be watching on the podcast, which is on iTunes, Amazon Music, Spotify, and about 30 other different mediums. So that in itself is just amazing. I think that we can do that. I remember when I started 30 odd years ago, I started by writing letters, sticking them in envelopes and posting them out. How the world has changed and how it's changing almost daily in terms of digital marketing, AI, and so on and so forth. So what we're going to try and do today is to give you an overview of GoHighLevel. We're not going in depth, because when you have a look at it in a minute, you're going to realize how much there is to it and how many different things it will do. So in order to go through it, we'd have to have a day-long webinar or live stream. It'd take us probably several days, to be honest, to go in depth in everything. So I'm going to hand over to Anthony to kick us off. He's going to talk about the AI functionality within GoHighLevel, which is fairly new and just mind-blowingly clever. So over to you, Anthony, and I'm sure you're going to be blown away with this part of the presentation.
Yeah, thanks for that, Steve. Can you see my screen okay?
No, we can't, no.
Oh, let me just click the share.
Well, I can't anyway.
Entire screen. Share. Great.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Fantastic. One of the really good things that sets GoHighLevel apart is its integration with AI, and I think there were forerunners of this. It's been in there for a couple of years in a very small way to start with, but it's grown very, very quickly. The main areas that we have with AI within the system, I'll go through them one by one. But Ask AI, so that's like having ChatGPT built into your software. And what that means is you can actually, if you're in an email, you can actually ask it to build you a reply, for example. Or if you actually want the system to go away, build you 20 social media posts, post them once a week at 5:30 on Fridays, you just type that into Ask AI and it'll go away in the system and do it for you. So it's got really, really advanced really quickly. The voice AI is in there as well. Steve's a big user of this, and you can use voice AI for making calls outbound, answering your calls inbound, or even just taking messages if that's what you've got.
I'd just add, it's absolutely brilliant. You know, I can now get my voice AI, which I call Amy, to call hundreds of people per day, follow up with them, and so on and so forth. Really, really valuable.
Yeah. And the last one is AI Studio. Now, this is one that at first I was thinking, oh God, crikey, this sounds huge. But I actually rebuilt a website. I have a little side business that I run at weekends, dog training, and I wanted to rebuild my website. So basically, I typed in the instruction. So if I go into AI Studio and just show you, I went into here, just gave it the instructions, and it went away and built me this site. And all I need to do if I want to make changes now is I just go into here at the bottom left, just type in what I want to change, and it will change it for me. So it's really, really good. And if I look at that on the outside, you'll see this is my site. And I think it's a really good looking site. I'm not, although I'm technical to an extent, I'm not like a programmer or a coder or anything like that. I've done this purely by talking to AI and getting AI to do it for me. Amazing.
So that's all within GoHighLevel as well, isn't it, Anthony? Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just, you know, and it doesn't stop with websites. That could be pretty much anything from a landing page to a blog to doing videos, segmenting your videos, editing your videos, developing an app or an online store. Just fantastic.
Yeah. And finally, you've got AI agents in there. And what you can do is actually build up an agent that does a particular role within your business. So you could have a marketing agent, you could have a sales agent, you could have an outbound calling agent, and so on. And the idea is that you build up their knowledge, giving them access to different bits of information, and eventually they'll take over that particular role for you. Okay, Steve, over to you.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so I'm now going to talk to you about the marketing side of it, what it will do in terms of marketing. I'm going to start with one of my pet loves about GoHighLevel, and that is the social media side of it. A lot of people say things like, oh, I don't have time to do my social media. I'm too busy. And when I tell them that they need to be posting on social media 2, 3, 4 times a day, they say things like, well, I struggle to do it twice a week, you know, let alone about 4 times a day. But however much you do, what GoHighLevel will do will help you to automate this. You don't have to do it. If I decided that I wanted to go off around the world tomorrow, all my social media would continue for the rest of the year. It's all programmed in. Sure, I add additional bits, but what this allows me to do, in short, is to program what I want to program. I can get AI to write it, obviously. I can get AI to design a banner for it, so I don't have to do any of that. And then I can say to it, right, I want you to send this out, but I don't just want it to go out on LinkedIn. I want it to go out on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X. If I add video, I want it to to go out on TikTok and YouTube as well. And then I could say to it, right, I want it to go out on Friday at 2 o'clock. Well, I want it to go out on Friday at 2 o'clock once a month for the next year, or once a week for the next year. Or if I'm running something like an event, I might want it to go out every day for the next 2 weeks when my event takes place. So really, really powerful. I'm just blown away with that at all. Do you know what? The fee, which we'll talk about at the end, is worth it just for that, for that alone. Next thing is email marketing. Now, there are 3 sort of strings to that, really. One, which I love, called snippets. If you could just click on that, Anthony, briefly. What snippets does is, I'm sure you've got emails that you have again and again, you know, thanks for the meeting type emails, thanks for your inquiry type emails. So if you've got emails that you produce more than once, you just put them into snippets, and then with 2 clicks, you can send them out to people, generally used on a one-to-one basis, or you can use it on a one to a few for a little group that you've got within your database. The second way is the what I'd call the main email functionality, which provides you with campaigns. You can do an individual campaign. You can also schedule multiple ones, which I'll talk about in a minute. But it's got all the usual sort of stuff in terms of templates and you know, other resources to help you. Again, all can be done by AI. You can use one of the templates, so you can get AI to produce a template that's exactly got the same brand as your website. It'll just design it and develop it in there, and then write it and then send it, and you name it. It's brilliant. The third type is what we call the automation, the automated campaigns. These are things like, let's say you get a new inquiry. The inquiry comes in through your website, and you've got a GoHighLevel form on your website. Once they've filled out the form, it will automatically, without you doing anything, send out the first email thanking them for their inquiry. It'll then schedule a phone call for your salesperson, or perhaps your sales AI within HighLevel to make a call. Then after that, it will add a text message. After that, it might add another email. After that, it could send a WhatsApp. So you can build these constant, ongoing streams of communication, which I think, you know, as a marketer, one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make is not bombarding people. It's rather not doing enough. You know, people say, well, I keep in touch with my clients via a quarterly newsletter. You know, really? Is that enough? I don't think so. We've got to keep in touch with people, whether they're prospects or indeed clients of ours, or perhaps ex-clients, which we could hopefully win back. So that's that. Back over to Anthony, who's going to talk about the site building side of it.
Yeah, I mean, this one I could literally spend hours talking to you about. There is so much to it. There are various options for building sites. One I've already showed you within the AI Studio, which is probably going to be the most popular going forward. But also up here, you can see you can actually build your own funnels. You can build a website simply within HighLevel itself, so using its own code, very similar to WordPress. Or you can actually host WordPress within the system. And what that does is fully integrates it into HighLevel. And that way then you get all the benefits of WordPress, but also linked to the HighLevel system itself. You've got lots of tools in here as well for actually doing things on your website. So things like forms, surveys, quizzes. You can build a store if you want to. So you know, online retail store, right through to chat widgets and QR codes. So lots and lots you can do with websites. Things like the forms, You can do it within the websites within the site, or if your website is hosted somewhere else, you can just put it into your website with just a little snippet of code. Very easy to do. Yeah, and without going any deeper, I think that probably covers that one.
Okay, great. Yeah. Fantastic resource again there, which, as far as I'm aware, I don't think any other CRM digital marketing platform has that. Certainly not that I'm aware of. Okay, so I'm going to talk about something called the Course Builder, which is under memberships. What this does is very, very clever. I'm sure you've probably been on online training courses, where you pay a monthly fee, or you pay a one-off fee, and that gives you access to a variety of different videos. Normally, people like me will upload videos. So I might do a video program called How to Use YouTube to Market Your Business, and it's 20 videos, little 10-minute snippet type videos, and you pay me an amount of money to gain access to it. And that's fairly typical. And there's loads of places where you can do that. And in GoHighLevel, that's one of them. And it's really, really easy to use. All you do is record the video, upload it, do some writing about it, then do another one, and then do another one, and so on and so forth. Decide how much you're going to charge. And by the way, you can take payments for pretty much anything within GoHighLevel. So you can use something like Stripe, and you can take payments for your services, or indeed for what I'm talking about right now, which is a membership site. But the really clever thing that's in GoHighLevel is not only have you got courses, but you've also, within your membership section of it, you've got a section where people can ask you questions. You can provide additional advice. You can tell them about updates that you've made to the program, improvements, new courses, and so on and so forth. So basically, you can build a community. And one of the advantages of this, and my program, by the way, is called the Results Mastery University. And one of the benefits of it is not only the training, and the way that people can ask questions, but also the community. It's great from a networking point of view. And obviously, the more members I've got, the more networking I've got, and potential to help my clients to win more business. So again, really, really powerful opportunity there. If you want to use that, if you want to develop an online program, and by the way, if you want to go to most of the other online programs, you're looking at something like I don't know, $150, something like that. Sometimes a little bit less, sometimes down to about maybe $80 per month just to use that. And when we tell you about the cost of the whole thing, you're going to realize how good a deal GoHighLevel is. So stay with us for that. Okay. The next bit we've grouped as other stuff. So over to you, Anthony.
Yeah. I think the main thing we can't forget is that we do have a CRM within the system. And it's probably the bit that holds everything together. Everything is around or involved with the CRM. So you can keep all your information about all your contacts, track them through their journey. So you've got leads, prospects, clients, etc. And you can group those very, very easily. And just by going into, sorry, excuse me, one of these records, you can see there's a massive information. So all the fields that you want, the standard ones that you would expect are already there. But if you collect certain specific information for the work that you do, so for example, I on this one do a few additional things for dogs. So I can say who's the dog detail, I can see their name and details about them. I can collect that information in there. Communications, the central area here, This is a log of all the communications between me and this particular contact within the system. And you can see everything that goes on. From here, I can send emails, I can send SMSs, I can send WhatsApps, and I can put those into automations like Steve was saying earlier. And on the right hand side, I've got lots of options here to build opportunities, do tasks, appointments, attach documents, even set up payments for this particular client. So it's got a mass of things that you can actually do and track things. And once you've done all that, that all feeds back. If you set this up right, it'll feed back and set up into a dashboard. Just take a few seconds, and you get all your information about your business, all your opportunities, your funnels, tasks, etc., and right down to things like Google Analytics integrated from your website. Bring that in so you can see how well your site's doing on a daily basis. Information about your Google business profile. So all that information at your fingertips that you can see if something's going wrong, you can get it corrected very quickly. What else did we have on this bit? Oh, reputation management. This one for me is really big. So in the system, you've got a section here. And what this allows you to do is send out requests to your clients for referrals and reviews, and they'll come back in and you'll get them in the system. They'll attach against the records. But what you can do is have widgets. Let's just see widgets here. So you can see I've got a widget there with a little bit of code. I can actually just put that onto my website. And if I do have a look on there and go to testimonials, you'll see there they are. And that is so powerful when Google's looking at your site and ranking it. If you've got testimonials on there and they're all relevant to what you do, you will go up the rankings. It's as simple as that.
And that's all on auto as well. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to add your new testimonial. It just adds automatically straight from Google, straight from Facebook, wherever it's been put. It gets added to your website without you doing anything.
And another thing here with AI, I have AI switched on this, and for every review that I get, AI does the reply to it, so that you can see that we are keeping an eye on the.
Do you know, I didn't know that, Anthony. Wow, I'm going to have to set that up myself. Oh, brilliant! I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Could you just briefly talk about the phone and the diary as well?
Yeah, the phone system, it has its own phone system built in. So what that means is when you're actually making phone calls out or answering calls coming in, what you can do is switch on call recording. So you can actually record those calls. Obviously, there is legislation that you need to let the person know that you're doing that. But you can record those. And what it will do is once the call's finished, it will save an audio file to that particular contact record. So you can go back and listen to it. Plus what it does as well is transcribes that call into obviously words and puts that against the record as well. So if you don't want to listen to the voice, you can at least read and see what was said. Very, very powerful. What was the other one, Steve? Sorry,
the diary.
The diary. Yeah. So we've got a full diary system within the software. So we do this through calendars. So it has its own calendar system. But what it does, it syncs each individual to their source calendar. So if you've got a calendar in Outlook, for example, or Google, it'll sync to that and pull through all the information both ways. What that allows you to do, though, is actually build in, if I go to calendar settings here, is build in individual calendars so that you can publish them on your website. So I've got a number of different calendars set up here. But if I go to the website, you'll see I've got there the ability to book a discovery session. I click on that and it just goes through. And if you've used Calendly, for example, you'll recognize this kind of screen. So I can select a date, the slot that I want to book. I can go next, fill in the information, and then that would just offer to confirm the booking. And that goes then back into the system and logs it against you. And any automations to confirm the meeting can go in there. Plus, you can put in your automation, you can actually put reminders in sort of 24 hours before, 2 hours before, and so on. So that's all done automatically for you. You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. Right. So that's our take on why we think GoHighLevel. Could you just stop sharing screens just so they can see us a little bit better, Anthony? That's our take on why we think that this is fantastic. Now, you may, I hope and believe, you should be thinking, wow, I've just got to have this. But you might be thinking, sounds like it's going to be a lot of money. Let me just clarify. If you go to GoHighLevel, which you're welcome to do so, we hope you don't, we hope you come with us. But if you do, you're going to pay $99 a month for this. That's just, all you get is the software. If you buy the same thing from us, it's $75. So it's roughly similar. So you're not really going to save yourself a fortune. It might be dependent on the exchange rates. You know, it's going to be similar. But what we're going to be able to do for you is two things. As well as just giving you the software, we also provide a weekly training session for you where you can come along and you can ask us questions. Don't know how to do this, not sure how to do that, how's this work, and so on and so forth. And pretty much every week, both Anthony and myself are there to try and help you. So that's one benefit. The other benefit is I've recorded in my Results Mastery University, which you also get access to. So you get access to that as a member. Now that's worth £50 a month. I charge £50 a month for that. You get that for free. So that's bundled in. And within there, there's a section called high level mastery. There's also one called AI mastery as well. And there's about 14 other different training programs covering YouTube, LinkedIn, email marketing, website development, and so on and so forth. So that's just given to you. The third benefit is we can do stuff for you. So if you want help setting it all up, Anthony's your man. He's more techie than I am. He knows, he's 25 years of experience of doing this. He's the man that's going to help with that. But we can also help you set up your website, set up your AI voice, whatever it is that you're not sure about. Because one of the biggest problems with all software is that, we tend to sometimes buy the software and finish using about 10% of it. If you're going to go and buy our software, buy GoHighLevel, and then, only use the CRM system, you might as well, to be honest, go and buy a different one. You might get it cheaper. You might even get it free. But if you're serious about growing your business and you want what I believe is the best tool in the world, then the 75 quid is just, to me, it's a no-brainer. And I strongly recommend you go and have a look. So what I'd like you to do now is to book a meeting with us. You're here on a live stream, but let's get together. Go on to results-mastery.com. You can see it scrolling on the screen below you. Get yourself a meeting booked, and we can answer any questions that you may have. We can show you a little bit more in depth on what it does and how it does it. And then you can make your own educated decision as to whether you'd like to go ahead or not. That's it. Thank you ever so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you valued it. But really, most of all, I hope you use this fantastic piece of software that's really going to do three things. I think it's going to make you more money, it's going to save you time, and it's going to automate all the things that you spend time doing. So it's going to save you time, make you more money, make you more effective. I just can't endorse it more.
Yeah.
To Anthony, big thank you to you for being here, and we look forward to speaking to you soon and seeing you on the next live stream. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.